Welcome to the Personal Development Mastery Podcast. I'm Agi Keramidas and my mission is to inspire you to rise up, grow, stand out and take action towards the next level of your life. I interview leaders, influencers, entrepreneurs, authors, exceptional people who can and will inspire you to improve your life. Tune in for 2 episodes each week and make sure you subscribe to the podcast to get the episodes as soon as they are released. Welcome to Personal Development Mastery Podcast, episode 115. Today I'm going to do again a quick solo episode and offer some of my thoughts on limiting beliefs. It is a topic that I have been coming across in my conversations frequently lately, so I wanted to share some of my thoughts about it. Since I have my own personal experience of recognizing and overcoming limiting beliefs. So the first thing to discuss is what is a limiting belief. A belief, first of all, is a feeling of certainty about what something means. And generally speaking, there are two types of beliefs. The global beliefs that affect all of our statements. For example, I am, or sentences that start with life is, people are. These are global beliefs that affect everything. There are also rules, which are beliefs of the kind if-then. If I get a job, then I'll be happy. It is a different kind of belief. One thing we need to realize is that our beliefs are assumptions rather than the truth. So they're merely a filter, a lens through which we interpret everything that happens around us. And of course, our beliefs are an integral part of our identity, of who we are. And that's absolutely fine. The issue arises when we have beliefs that do not serve us. And this is what I'm referring to by the term limiting beliefs. And there is a very important reason why discuss limiting beliefs in the first place, is that our beliefs form our identity. And the thing is that in our life we don't do what we can, we live what we believe we are. So our beliefs create, or we create, a story based on our beliefs. And if this story is a story of limitation, we keep on repeating it and we become addicted to that story because we use it to justify our behavior or what we have not achieved. And the more we feed and reinforce that limiting belief, the more it grows, of course. And in terms of how a limiting belief is formed, there is a beautiful story or an analogy that describes it. It is the story of the elephant. It is the way that they keep the elephants under control in Thailand. So when the elephant is a baby, they tie a strong rope around its leg and they tie it to a tree. And of course the baby elephant tries to escape, but the rope is too strong and keeps the elephant back. So after a while, the baby elephant gets exhausted and starts to believe that there is no hope and eventually makes no effort. And this acquired limiting belief stays with the elephant, in the elephant's subconscious, as it grows. So even an adult elephant who could casually break the rope if it wanted very easily, but still it does not make any attempt like that, because it believes there is no hope. And that shows how strong limiting beliefs are and makes us wonder, is there limiting beliefs like that hold us back like the elephant and we could just break free from them? And the next big question, of course, is how can we change or eliminate a limiting belief? And the first step, of course, is to identify them, write them down, and then really think and reflect on what consequences these limiting beliefs have caused you already in your life, in all areas of your life. And once you spend enough time reflecting on that and writing it down and really feeling the limitations that it causes you, then think about the future. Think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. If you carry on having these limiting beliefs, how will your life be? And of course, this is the basis where Tony Robbins does the Dickens process in his 𝗵𝗹𝘂𝗯𝗹𝗲 event, which was what I went through in 2017 and identified and broke through my own limiting belief of people not interested in what I have to say. And that changed me from an introvert person to becoming a speaker and a podcaster. And I will give some examples of some limiting beliefs that many of us share in one form or another. And one of them is the belief that I'm not good enough. And that limiting belief obviously causes us to self-sabotage and prove it right. As with all beliefs, we do everything we can to prove them right. Another limiting belief, a very common one, is that people don't like me. And that, again, limits very much our interactions. Another one is I don't want to be rejected. And when you have this limiting belief, you might not ask for help, or you might not ask that girl or that boy out for a date. And some other very common limiting beliefs are this is not possible for me, because of, and we usually put an excuse which is a lack of a resource, like I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the connections. And another very common limiting belief is the one that I'm not special. And this limiting belief takes us away from responsibility, because if we're not special, then we can pass on responsibility, we can escape responsibility. So these were some of my thoughts really on limiting beliefs, and I hope they have intrigued you or maybe triggered inside you a desire to find out more or reflect and write down your limiting beliefs, or even check out Tony Robbins' 𝗵𝗹𝘂𝗯𝗹𝗲 event. And I will close by sharing what I think is the worst limiting belief, which is the learned helplessness. It's similar to that story with the elephant. When you learn that you can't do something and then you don't even try. And then when we have this limiting belief, we become pessimists in order to protect ourselves and reinforce that belief. So I would say, instead of that, let's become a learned optimist and learn to overcome difficulties and carry on beyond our challenges. And I will end with this famous phrase by Henry Ford, which really sums up the importance of our beliefs and how much they can control our life and either sprint our life or stifle our life. And Henry Ford said famously, whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. So what is it, my friends? Do you think that you can, or do you think that you can't? Either way, you're right. I hope you have found this short solo episode on limiting beliefs intriguing. Thank you very much for listening, and see you on the next episode. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and rate it on Apple Podcasts. And also share this episode with someone who you think will benefit from it. If you want to find out more about what I do and gain access to exclusive content, join my Facebook group Personal Development Mastery. The link is in the show notes, or you can simply type bit.ly/PDM group. And until next time, stand out, don't fit in.